Hi, welcome to Linux Zone. In this video, I will show how to debootstrap Debian stable on QCOW2 virtual disk image with EFI partition. I am using Linux Mint 22 for this tutorial. All the steps are very similar to installing Arsenic as shown in my previous video. So let's begin. So first we need to modprobe nbd module. So run this command sudo modprobe nbd then max underscore part equal to 8 or 16, then create the QCOW2 virtual disk image file. Run this command QEMU amg create -f QCOW2, then the image name, then size in gigabytes, and press enter. Now as you can see, file is created. Then run this command to connect the nbd module to the virtual disk file. Run this command dash connect equal to /dev /nbd0, then the file name, and press enter. Then we need to create partition in the virtual disk file. Run this command sudo cfdisk dev /nbd0. We need to select gpt, press enter. Then we need to create a EFI partition. I recommend it to create at least 100 megabytes. Then select the type, then select the EFI system, and select the free space and press enter for the root file system. Then select write, then yes, then quit. Then optionally you can run this command to check sudo fdisk-l dev nbd0. As you can see, there are two file systems partitions. One is nbd0 p1 EFI partition, then nbd0 p2 is a root file system, Linux file system. Then run this command to format this mkfs.ext4 dev nbd0 p2. This is our root file system. You can see the partition is formatted. Then we need to format the EFI file system. Then run this command sudo mkfs.var capital F then 32, then path to the EFI file system dev nbd0 p1, and press enter. Then you will see something like this. Now we need to mount the nbd0 p2. It is our root file system. So run this command. As you can see, I created a directory in which I will mount the disk. So now disk is mounted. Now we need to run the debootstrap command like this: sudo debootstrap stable, then our main point, then https tab.debian.org/debian, and press enter and wait for the installation. Now we need to create the boot EFI directory. Then run this command sudo mkdir one point where you mounted the disk, then boot, then EFI. Now we need to mount the EFI partition in the EFI directory we created. So run this command sudo mount dev nbt 0p1, then mount point, then boot, then EFI, and press enter. So the EFI partition is mounted. Then we need to mount this partition too. Run this command sudo mount -t proc non and mount point proc, then sysfs on the sys. Now dev in this command, then the pts, then we need to mount this file system to EFI wheres non mount point, then sys firmware EFI wheres. It is important to mount this file system. Then sudo mod probe EFI wherefs. Then we need to chroot into the mounted path. Run this command sudo chroot, then mount path. As you can see, we successfully chrooted. Now we need to edit the sources.txt file. I will put the link in the description where from I copied these mirrors. You need to open the new terminal like this. Then we need to edit the sources.txt file in the mounted directory. So run this command sudo nano mount point and etc apt sources.list. You need to comment out this first one, then paste others like this, then uncomment this one too, then save and exit. Return to the chroot terminal. Then we need to run the apt update command. If the internet is not working for you, then you can check the resolve.conf file cat etc resolve.conf. Actually it is copied from the host computer. I am using Linux Mint. Then add the name servers like this one and save. Then we need to run this command sudo. Then we need to install these packages sudo group UEFI and EFI boot mgr. So run this command. Then optionally run this command to export lc all equal to C like this. Then we need to install the Linux kernel, and you can search the Linux image like this, apt search Linux image. As you can see, it will show lots of Linux images. We need to install this one, Linux image AMD64, but you can try the latest version too. You can scroll above, then you can see this one, Linux image 6.10 11 plus BPO AMD64. It is come from the stable backport repository we added previously. You can install this one. You can install the headers file too. Just replace the image with the headers. So I will install the normal Linux image MD64 like this. You can replace it with that one. Then we need to install group. Run this command group install /dev nbd0. You can check the EFI directory like this. So as you can see, the file exists there, so it installed successfully. Then we need to copy this group x64.efi file to another directory. So we need to create a boot directory. Now return to the terminal, then run this command mkdir boot EFI, then EFI capital, then boot. We need to create this boot directory. Then copy the group x64.efi from the Debian directory to this boot directory we created. Run this command. So you can check if it is copied or not. So it is successfully copied as boot 64.efi. And now you can install some packages. apt install nano, neovim and vim. These are text editors. Then we need to run this command blkid. As you can see the UUIDs of the disks. You need to copy this one nbd0 p2 and p1. So copy this one first. Then open the new terminal. Then we need to edit the etc fstab file from here in this command. As you can see, it is empty. Do not edit your host file. We need to edit the CHROOT file and paste here, and one point slash and ext4 type, then defaults options 0 and 1. Then copy this one to EFI boot partition. Then mount point is boot EFI, then bfat is a type, then defaults 02. Then save and exit. Return to the CHROOT terminal. You can check the etc fstab file with this command cat etc fstab. Everything is copied and right. As you can see, everything is fine. Then you need to update group command. Then this command update group. Then we need to install the network manager. So this command apt install network manager. Then we need to edit this file etc network manager conf.dns.com. then you need to write these lines in this file main, and DNS equal to known, then save and exit. Then we need to disable network D. Then this command systemctl disable systemd network D, then enable the network manager, systemctl enable network manager. Then you need to create a user. Run this command user add -m -g sudo -s bin bash, then the username. We need to create the password, passwd root for the root user. Then we need to create the password user. Then we need to edit this file nano etc hosts. Then you can see this. Then you need to add another line here. You can write this 137.0.1.1. then your host name like Debian 12. then save and exit. Then edit the another file etc host name. You have to write the exact same name as you write previously in the host file Debian 12. then save and exit. Now at this point you can install a desktop environment. So run this command, like I will install the cinnamon, apt install cinnamon or KDE plasma or GNU. As I know the cinnamon does not have the variant support for this version, I tried to install the latest one manually, but it doesn't work for some reason. Then we need to run this command apt clean to clean the packages cache file. Then you can change the user, newly created user, su dash then username. Then try installing something from this sudo apt git and wget. So the super user privileges working for this user. Then you can exit. Then if it does not work for this user for you, you can check this file too. Then this command editor equal to nano vi sudo. Then you need to uncomment this sudo here. It is already uncommented for me, so I didn't edited this file before. You can edit this file if it doesn't work for you. Then save and exit. Then again exit the chroot. Then we need to unmount these file systems. Sudo new mount, then your mount point, then proc sys dev and dev pts. Then you need to unmount this file system to EFI wars like this. Sudo umount, then your mount point, sys firmware EFI wars. Now you need to unmount the EFI partition 2. Run this command sudo umount mount point boot EFI. Then unmount your disk 2. Run this command sudo umount and the mount point. Then disconnect command, disconnect the disk from the NVD, QEMU NVD disconnect and tape NVD 0. Then you can see the file size is 5.1 GB. Then we need to check this installation with the QEMU command. Run this command QEMU system x8664-m 4 gigs of RAM and drive file equal to our QCOW file, and if equal to ratio net nick net user, then BIOS user share OVMF into 64 ovmf.ft, then enable kvm, and then vga virtue. Then if everything is fine and successfully installed, then you will see this. This is the EFI group menu. Then try to boot it. This is working. We are on the login screen. Enter your username and password. So as you can see, we successfully log in the Cinnamon desktop environment. As I install this one, then run the terminal, then run this command ping. As you can see, internet is working. Then run the sudo apt update. As you can see, the commands are working, the internet is working. So that's it in the video. Like, subscribe and comment. See you in the next video.